asked my 5-year-old son, "Why didn't anyone come to your birthday party?" What he told me made me buy a Glock. My son Matthew is blind. He lost his vision when he was 2 from a rare illness that attacked his optic nerves. I had him in a special preschool where his teacher Miss Mandy looked after him really well. She had her own son Willie in the same class, and the two boys had become best friends. Matthew was shy at first, but eventually all the kids loved him. They called him Daredevil because his hearing was so good he could tell who was walking just by their footsteps. I'd spent weeks planning Matthew's birthday party. We rented a bounce house and I made 30 cupcakes with Braille letters on top. I gave Matthew the invitations to pass out with Miss Mandy's help, but when party day came, nobody showed up. We waited 2 hours and not a single kid came. "Why didn't anyone come to your birthday party?" I asked Matthew that night. "I don't know, Mommy. Miss Mandy and I gave everyone their cards." "You handed them out together?" "Yes." She held my hand and helped me give one to each friend. They all said thank you. Something wasn't right. Not one parent had even texted to say they couldn't make it. I checked Facebook to see if maybe someone had messaged me there. The first thing on my feed was Miss Mandy's post from that same afternoon. Pictures of Willie's birthday party with the entire class there. Every single kid from Matthew's class was at Willie's party eating cake and playing games. I messaged Mandy immediately. "What did you do with Matthew's invitations?" She replied within minutes. "I handed them out with Matthew just like you asked, but all the parents said they'd already committed to Willie's party. Sorry, Willie's birthday was 3 weeks away according to previous posts. This party was clearly thrown together last minute." While I was typing a furious response, I noticed a hidden message request from Linda McGuire, whose daughter was in Matthew's class. "I hope you know my daughter came home crying because of your son's little card," it said. "What card?" I wrote back. She sent me a photo. It was a small card the same size as the invitations. It said, "I don't want to be friends anymore. Please don't ask me why." My hands were shaking. Miss Mandy had swapped Matthew's invitations for breakup cards. She made my blind 5-year-old hand out friendship-ending cards to his entire class. I showed my husband Keith and told him I needed to buy a gun because I was going to make Willie an orphan today. "Wait," Keith said. "I have a better idea." We rented a video game bus for $500. It was this huge RV converted into a gaming paradise with TVS and every console you could imagine. We drove it straight to the park where Miss Mandy was having Willie's party. The kids went crazy when they saw the game bus pull up. They all started running toward it thinking it was part of Willie's party. But then Keith got on the microphone. "This party bus is for Matthew's birthday. Everyone's invited." The kids cheered and ran onto the bus. Matthew was already inside with his special headphones that let him play audio-based games. The other kids were amazed when he destroyed everyone at the cowboy shooting game on the Nintendo Switch. He couldn't see, but his reflexes were incredible from years of relying on sound. While the kids played, I gathered the other moms. I showed them the fake cards and explained how Miss Mandy had sabotaged my blind son's birthday because she wanted all the attention on Willie. "She gave him those mean cards to hand out?" one mom gasped. "But Matthew can't even read them to know what they said." "That's sick," another mom said, "taking advantage of a blind child like that." The moms were furious. They started pulling their kids from Willie's party and bringing them to the game bus. Miss Mandy stood there watching everyone leave her son's party. Willie was crying because all his friends were gone. "This is illegal," Mandy screamed. "You're ruining my son's birthday." "Like you ruined Matthew's?" I said loud enough for everyone to hear. "You made my blind son hand out cards telling his friends he didn't want to be friends anymore." Parents started confronting Mandy. They demanded answers about how she could do something so cruel to a disabled child. She tried to deny it, but Linda had already shown everyone the card. Within a week, Mandy had pulled Willie out of the preschool. Word had spread to all the other parents about what she'd done. No one would talk to her at pickup or let their kids play with Willie. They moved out of the district a month later. The kids felt so bad about the mix-up that they threw Matthew another party the next week. Everyone came and they made him a crown that said Daredevil in Braille. He wears it to school every day.